What is going on, guys? It's Afl Gaming back here with another banger video, and today I'm doing my AFL round 7 tips of the 2021 season. Let's see how I did last round. I'm pretty sure, yep, I did get 6 out of 9 again. I think that's 3 in a row. I've gotten an 8 out of 9, 8 out of 9, a 5 out of 9, and a couple of 6 out of 9s now. I got the Bulldogs right, West Coast wrong, which they got from Sydney wrong, which was disappointing. Brisbane right, Melbourne right, Fremantle right, Adelaide wrong, and then I got Essendon and Port Adelaide both right. But anyway, let's begin with the round 7 tips. Alright, first game, Friday night. It should be a cracking game. We got Richmond versus the Bulldogs. Richmond, who sit 3-3 compared to the Bulldogs, who are double them, who sit 6-0. This should be a very interesting contest. Richmond should be desperate after their disappointing effort against Melbourne. However, it's just hard to go past the Bulldogs at the moment. They've just been too good, so I'm going to tip them, and I would say they'll get the job done by around 20-ish points. Alright, next up we've got Collingwood versus Gold Coast at the MCG. Collingwood, they should win this. They're desperate for a win at this point. They're 1-5. I think they won like their first or second game. Then from there they've been not that good at all. And Gold Coast, who are coming off a pretty good win over the Swannies. You know what? I'm gonna go for an upset here. I'm gonna go for Gold Coast, and they'll get the job done, and they'll win by about 23 points. Alright, next game we got Adelaide versus Giants. This is a tough game to tip, but just because it's at Adelaide Oval, I feel like I have to back in the Crows. They probably got robbed in the last minute or last 5 minutes against Hawthorn, but Hawthorn honestly deserved that win. Alright, moving on, we got St Kilda versus Hawthorn at Marvel Stadium. This could simply go either way because St Kilda have been so inconsistent this year. It's like crazy. And Hawthorn, who have coming off a really good win over Adelaide, I'm going to go to safe bet and say St Kilda win this one. I reckon they should be too good for Hawthorn, and I reckon they'll bounce back. Moving on, we got Sydney versus Geelong. Sydney coming off a disappointing loss to Gold Coast. There's 2 losses in a row after the undefeated start, and Geelong coming off an 100-point win against West Coast, so they'll be looking to build some confidence and momentum after that, because their start of the year wasn't too good. It's at the SCG. The Swans probably lose if it's the SCG, but I'm going to tip them because I go for the Swans, and I never not tip them, and hopefully they can bounce back and beat Geelong. But with the amount of injuries the Swans have lately, I don't think they can beat Geelong. Next up we got Brisbane and Port Adelaide at the Gabba. This is going to be a really tough game to pick. I have no idea who to tip, but I'm going to go for an upset, which really isn't an upset because look how close the betting is. I'm going to go for Brisbane here because it's at the Gabba. I just reckon they'll be too strong. I reckon they'll win by like 8 points in a very close one. And now we got North Melbourne and Melbourne. I don't even know if this game is going on at this point. I have no idea. I haven't catched up with the AFL news and COVID and that stuff. But anyway, we got North Melbourne versus Melbourne. North Melbourne, they're 0-6, I'm pretty sure, and Melbourne are the complete opposite. They're 6-0. I have to tip Melbourne here. I wouldn't be surprised, I'm saying this right now, if North Melbourne win this game. Come to this video again. I reckon that Melbourne could potentially get a bit cocky and feel like they can smash North, and then it might be a closer game than what people imagine. Alright, moving on, we got Essendon versus Carlton at the MCG. Essendon coming off a pretty good win, and Carlton coming off an interesting loss. Ooh, this is such another tough game to pick. You know what, I'm going for an upset. I'm going to tip Essendon here. Both teams are on 1-2 loss for. I reckon Essendon will get the job done. And the final game of the round, we got West Coast versus Fremantle, 2 Perth teams head to head. I'm going to tip West Coast only because I just feel like they're better than Fremantle in general, and it's their op there, so no excuses for West Coast because they cannot perform away. I'm going to say West Coast will get the job done by 19 points. But anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a big fat thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.